Welcome, myth enthusiasts and curious minds. Today, we're diving deep into the volcanic world of Hephaestus, the Greek god of fire, metalworking, and craftsmanship. Prepare for a tale filled with divine drama, incredible inventions, and fiery revenge that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Imagine being thrown off Mount Olympus not once, but twice. Our story begins with Hephaestus' unusual birth. Unlike other gods, his entry into the world was far from glorious. Legend has it that Hera, the queen of the gods, was so repulsed by Hephaestus' appearance that she cast him out of Olympus herself. Born with a limp and considered ugly by divine standards, baby Hephaestus fell for an entire day before splashing into the sea. But wait, there's another version of this tale. Some say it was Zeus who threw Hephaestus from the heavenly mountain. Why? Because the young god dared to side with Hera during one of the couple's infamous arguments. Talk about family drama. Either way, our hero ended up on the island of Lemnos, raised by sea nymphs. But Hephaestus wasn't one to wallow in self-pity. Instead, he turned his exile into an opportunity, honing his craft in secret and becoming the ultimate divine blacksmith. Hephaestus didn't just make ordinary weapons and armor. Oh no, he crafted legendary items that shaped Greek mythology. The ultimate symbol of power in the Greek pantheon is Zeus's mighty thunderbolts, Achilles' impenetrable armor, the gear that made the most significant Greek hero nearly invincible, Hermes' winged sandals, allowing the messenger god to zip across the skies, Helios' chariot, the sun god's blazing vehicle brought daylight to the world, Eros' bow and arrows of love, the weapons responsible for many mythological love stories and dramas. The edges of Zeus and Athena, a powerful shield that terrorized their enemies. However, perhaps his most impressive and controversial creation was Pandora, the first woman. Crafted on Zeus's orders as a punishment for humanity, Pandora was irresistibly beautiful, but brought a box full of troubles. Talk about playing with fire. Now, let's take a peek into Hephaestus' legendary workshop. Imagine a forge inside an active volcano. That's where the magic happened. The intense heat and endless supply of molten rock were perfect for a god of fire and metalworking. But Hephaestus wasn't content with just a superb location. He was an innovator ahead of his time. In his workshop, he created automatons, essentially the world's first robots. These mechanical marvels helped him in his work, moving independently and following his commands. Some famous automatons he created include golden maidens who could speak and had intelligence, tripods that could move on their own to serve the gods, the giant bronze man Talos, who guarded the island of Crete. Now, you'd think being the master craftsman of the gods would earn you some respect and a peaceful life, right? Well, not for our Hephaestus. His personal life was as fiery as his forge. Hephaestus was married to Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. Sounds like a dream come true, doesn't it? Well, not quite. Despite being the most beautiful goddess, Aphrodite wasn't strictly faithful. She constantly cheats on Hephaestus with Ares, the god of war. But our crafty blacksmith wasn't about to take this lying down. He plotted his revenge, and what a revenge it was. Hephaestus crafted an invisible, unbreakable golden net. He pretended to leave for Lemnos and caught the lovers in the act, trapping them in his magical net. But Hephaestus didn't stop there. He dragged the entangled couple before all the other gods, exposing their affair and humiliating them thoroughly. The male gods all came to see the spectacle, while the goddesses stayed away out of modesty. It was the scandal of the century on Olympus. But that's not the only time Hephaestus used his skills for revenge. Remember how he was cast out of Olympus? Well, he hadn't forgotten. Hephaestus crafted a magnificent golden throne and sent it to Olympus as a gift for Hera. Delighted, Hera sat on it, only to find herself trapped by invisible bonds. None of the gods could free her. Hephaestus refused to return to Olympus to release her, still bitter about his rejection. It took Dionysus, the god of wine, to get Hephaestus drunk and persuade him to return to Olympus to free Hera. Talk about holding a grudge. Despite his physical impairments and the constant drama, Hephaestus left an indelible mark on Greek mythology. His creations played crucial roles in countless myths and legends. Moreover, Hephaestus teaches us valuable lessons. Skill and creativity can overcome any obstacle. True strength lies in what you create, not how you look. Even gods have flaws, which makes their stories so compelling. Innovation and craftsmanship are forms of power, just as important as physical strength or beauty. The fascination with Hephaestus continues to this day. He's been featured in numerous books, movies, and video games. In Rick Riordan's popular Percy Jackson series, Hephaestus is a fierce but ultimately kind-hearted god, still creating amazing inventions. His Roman counterpart, Vulcan, gave his name to the hypothetical planet Vulcan, and of course to volcanoes themselves. Star Trek fans might also recognize the name as belonging to Spock's home planet. So, the next time you see a volcano erupt, admire a beautifully crafted piece of metalwork, or use a clever tool, think of Hephaestus. The god who turned fire and metal into art and adversity into strength. Remember, in the world of gods and mortals, it's not about how you fall. It's about how you forge your comeback. Hephaestus shows us that anyone can shape their destiny with skill, determination, and a touch of divine fire. Now go out there and craft your legendary tale.